Hijacking is a top hit crime of 2020-2021. Hijacking is a robbery of a motor vehicle. It is different from car theft. Car theft happens when a person tries to steal a car when nobody sees him. In contrast, hijacking is similar to robbery. Hijackers use force or threaten a driver who is in a vehicle, and hijacking is a Class 1 felony, serious offense. However, carjacking could be a Class X felony as well. For example, the state can charge a person with Class X felony hijacking when the offender fired the firearm. In 2019, the Chicago Police Department reported 502 hijackings. At the same time, in 2020, more than 1,400 hijackings were reported around Chicago. You can see hijackings rose about 135% and continue to rise. Of course, this is a big problem for Chicago. For instance, hijackers shot Dwayne Williams, who was a retired Chicago Fire Department lieutenant. He engaged in a shootout with them and got shot 3 times. However, hijackers use not only guns. Hijackers used firearms in 45% of hijackings, and they used knives in 11% of hijackings, and other dangerous weapons in 18% of other hijackings. COVID contributed to the surge as well. At the present time, police says that many factors contributed to that surge. A lot of people wear masks right now because of coronavirus, and people got used to see people in masks everywhere. As a result, people do not find suspicious when a person who wears a mask approaches their car. Therefore, it's easier for carjackers to get closer to a driver. Of course, it is more complicated for the police to trace suspects using surveillance cameras. Next, a lot of experienced police officers retired recently. Additionally, mass school closures also contributed to the problem of hijacking. Minneapolis Police Commander Shirley Adams reported that juveniles from 9 to 17 were responsible for 80% of hijackings and robberies. For that reason, the average age of the offenders is between 15 and 20, according to police. Kids often work in crews and report their victories in social media. How not to become a victim of hijacking? First, try to avoid driving alone at night. Presently, about 90% of hijackings happen when the victim is driving alone. Thus, Uber and Lyft drivers are particularly at risk. Recently, carjackers took Uber drivers' 2016 Mercedes. So, if you have to drive alone, get in and out of your car quickly, start your engine and drive away. In any event, avoid checking your text messages in the car. You can do it later. Third, leave enough room in front of you when you stop. Fourth, stay in the car even if somebody hits you and it's a fender bender. Do not go outside to check the damage. Usually, hijackers will use that if you leave the vehicle to get in the vehicle and to drive away. Finally, if you are in the situation when you have to give your car to hijackers, just do that. Your life is more important. If you have questions about hijackings, call me, Chicago Criminal Defense Attorney Tikhvinskiy. The first consultation is free and always confidential. Call this number.